Hello, hello, and welcome, my friends. Habbage here. Happy Monday. How y'all doing? I hope you're each and every one of you as awesome as you can possibly be. It is a beautiful day here. Nice and cool to start. We got so much rain last night. It was amazing. Really cooled things off. It was still below 70 when I closed everything up, and I've got to tell you guys, we've got a special challenge today. It's going to be a tough one to get through, but I'd like you all to know there is a fly in my place. That's right, a filthy, dirty, annoying fly. So I'm quite literally wearing bug spray in my own place so that hopefully he will not like constantly land on my shins or my elbows or the back of my head. Because let's face it, a fly buzzing around while we're trying to play, that's no good. We don't want that. Anyway, we are back. I have the reason why I was a little late getting started here. I killed the volume so we could get in here. We got a fresh batch. Let's see what this gets us for XP. So, as we talked about at the end of the last stream, thanks everybody who tuned in, watched the VODs either over on YouTube or here in Twitch. You guys all rock. If you have been watching the VODs and are tuning in, welcome, welcome, welcome. Go ahead and do yourself a favor. Hit that follow button here on Twitch so you know when I'm going live and can jump in and say hello to the Twitch chat. We had a couple folks follow yesterday, random games, I think, with a U, and some alphabet soup name person that I did go check. Random, you got a follow because I do like to follow everybody. So the other one, no followers and no info whatsoever except for a picture on the profile that looked like maybe somebody unlocked the parental filters on their account. So you didn't get a follow. If you come back and person whose name you know you are, you followed me yesterday, which I was very happy to see. I'm just gonna go ahead and toss this for now. And for now, like I'm gonna go dig out that iron sword that has now been melted. All right, so here we go. We've got not a lot of torches. We've got all our gear set up here. What we want to do first thing is use up our levels to try to get a few more enchants done, right? Um, I guess that these were the stragglers on the previous stuff. All right, let's go campsite, I think. Whew, what a day we had yesterday, chat. Thanks to everybody who stopped in or hung out along the way. Troy Warzone Gaming, you're awesome. And was it? No, Berger was a couple days ago. We had somebody else, random, maybe came by yesterday. So thank you guys. Priority number one for today, as every day, is we don't want to die. Especially right now, we are at a where are the days? 266, and we had a lot of fun over in the Nether. Well, fun. We took one lava bath, which was fine. We skirted all the danger. Uh, we found three or four bastions. Three, right? Because we discovered that one was we just looped around and come back to it. Um, but no fortress. And of course, the fortress is where we want to be. We may go back for a little bit more nether today. But if we don't get there, I'm not worried about it. We will. If we don't do it today, it'll be tomorrow. A couple things we want to get done today. We are back down to low on coal. All of our torching in the nether used up quite a few. Hey guys, how y'all? You're a little dinged up. Are you dinged up? Not too bad. Let's do the repairs. All right, here you go. Nope, doesn't need anything. Well, step on the dog. Gotta be careful. Don't wanna. Oh man, I could feel him. He just landed on the back of my t-shirt because I thought, we won't need a t-shirt. We're gonna have so many. Basically, have an iron farm going over here because I'm just hanging out below the village. So every time the villagers panic, they're gonna get more golems out here for the civil defense. But hopefully all our true friends are living safe. They should be fairly good. I mean, with all these guys, that's quite a defense force. All right, that little task being done, I'm kind of looking for our red bed. What did we do? Did I leave it in the boat, maybe? Let's see, here's the problem. We've got a very small amount of backup torches. Troy, what's up? How's it going? Good morning. I hope your day is excellent. Wish I could see the same for myself, but it might be pushing the truth a little bit. Let's go ahead and rerun those. Let's make these. Well, you see, thanks for asking. I appreciate your concern. There's a fly, is what it basically comes down to. It was so nice and cool this morning. I opened up my place, and now I have a stinking, filthy, dirty fly buzzing around me inside. I've locked down. I put on bug spray, but it still keeps on buzzing around in my face. It's horrible. I don't know how I'm gonna survive, but we'll have to do our best to try to endure. Other than that, my day is tip top. 150% quality day. It is really good, but I do have a fly, so that's what we're gonna have to live with today. Anybody think they know? Did we park the boat? I think we parked it at the village, right? So one thing I know we want to do is take a few more lapis over. I got a fly too. That's code word for my Nana just got out into the hospital. Wait, did she get out of the hospital or did she go into the hospital? Come on, man. Don't be code wording stuff. I hope your Nana's okay. Hope she's doing good. Always better to be getting out of the hospital. Got put into the hospital. Okay, well, hey, if you need to be at the hospital, that's actually a pretty good thing too. Getting to the hospital is a good thing. So I hope hope Nana's doing awesome. Well, I mean, clearly, probably not feeling real good. I don't know many people that are like, finally, I get to hang out at the hospital. I didn't really want to go anywhere in this boat. I wanted to get to bed. Yeah, it's kind of scary though. Um, I know my folks who may well rival your Nana's age. They've been fighting COVID all week, and that's no fun either. So they seem to be holding up okay, and pretty good spirits and all that. But man, that's any medical stuff when you get a little older is a little more scary. All right, so here's the deal. Let's do a quick recap. So on our helmet, we are all good protection-wise for Overworld, but we do want Res 3 and we do want Aqua Affinity to throw on there. So that's something we need to look for. Chest plate, all done. Nothing more to go there. Pants, all done. Nothing more to go there. Diamond boots. There are a couple things here. Depth Strider is the main one. The question mark one is Frostwalker. I you basically, I think those are mutually exclusive, and the other one is Soul Speed, I think, and I think maybe all three of those are. Well, there you go. Yeah, nothing worse than no better way to deal with folks trying to get better out of the hospital than a little sweet tea and pizza rolls, man. Nice. Um, so those three, I think maybe one or those three are exclusive with one another. The Depth Strider, Frostwalker, obviously those have to be exclusive because you can't walk underwater in the boots that are freezing the water. And then the Soul Speed lets you walk more quickly on Soul Sand and Soul Soil. Personally, on these boots, well, whatever boots I want to wear, um, if we have Frostwalker, those kind of become my default nether boots, ironically, because Frostwalker keeps you from taking damage from the magma blocks. I don't really like it over in the water or in the overworld though, because you can't go underwater and there's so much stuff to get to there that I kind of find they're a little bit of a nuisance. And I'd rather have Depth Strider on my everyday boots and then make another set that have Frostwalker. We're not going to worry about the other set yet, so we're kind of just looking for Depth Strider in a boot department. Sword. Probably can't put anything back on here, but if we got a knockback, we could try. We're really looking for a 5, either sharp or smite on here, and I don't even know if we can get that from the anvil. We may have to get those as books. We got a bow, power 5 there or similar, and the boots, the pants. Oh, I'm sorry, we aren't done. We want a fire prot 3. That's actually kind of the top thing we want. And do we have another pick? Because we can make one and start working on another Silk Touch. Boom. All right. All right, let's enchant some stuff. So, pants, Fire Prot 3 would be, oh, we might be done right there. That would be fantastic. Efficiency 4, we don't need that at all. Power 5, ooh, Power 4. Knockback 2, that's interesting. That would be the good one to go there. Helmet. Unbreaking. And piercing 4. All right, well, there's really no question. I pretty much didn't even need to go through all those. We're taking this one. And we won't, because it's 36, so we won't combine that with our other pants yet, but we will. Should have plenty of levels. It will be expensive, but totally worth it to get that extra level of fire prot. And as Troy was here for our dip in the lava yesterday, you know why I'm making that the top priority. So now we just try again. Keep looking for... Oh, awesome. First thing we look at every time. Nope. Would be good, but not as good as Res 3. That's not good enough. And the Aqua Affinity, not as oh, he's sitting right on the edge of the laptop. Stupid fly. All right, here we go. And again, gonna cost us extra levels, but those two are awesome to have. Bean, yep. Someday we'll make you a special Bane of Arthropods something. All right, fire. Do we want to look at that? I don't think so. I think we can do better. Helmet's getting there. Power 4. Flame. Flame would be good. Yeah, let's take flame. That will actually go on this bow, so that's a good one. We'll want that for the dragon fight. No. 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 And nothing. Those are the same. All right, so first. Ooh. I'm not even going to trash the book. Because it's 30 and I didn't like any of those, I'm just going to save that level for combining stuff. So, first thing, pants, helmet, 17 there. I knew this one was going to be pricey. 23, so we want that. And just check it, make sure it's not taking anything off or doing something we don't want. All right, there's our tippy top pants. They are good to go. $17, but that will get us what we want, and I guess it's a push. All right, we need 4 levels for the fly in my face. Oh, and then it's this 5. So we'll do that. Prepared for that. All right, so bow is back to good. Our tools are all repaired. This is still our fortune pick. We just need to get res on our helmet, and I know this is not what anybody really wants to see, but well, let's go do the animals and see. All we need to get are 9 levels, right? Are you kidding? Oh, I left it in the hut, didn't I? Red bed has been good. I haven't forgotten it at all recently. Dude, this fly is totally unkillable. He's not slowing down for a moment yet. All right, get the bed. Did I get it? There we go. Rolling librarians would be a deal too, but we may do that later today. I don't want to take up too much time yet. Inventory's kind of a mess. You know what? Let's go put, because I want to get the levels to combine the helmets, but beyond that, I don't care too much about enchanting all day long today, right? If we come back once we get a whole bunch more XP, awesome. But for now, and then I know this is always going to be in the wrong place, but for the moment, it's the no. Let's Let's do this right. I'm hoping I have some here. I don't. Back to our woods. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hello? Is there an issue we need to deal with here? I don't know that the golems would have killed him very well. They might have. How much fun would it be if today was Trident Day? I don't have any chopsticks, Troy. Otherwise, absolutely, I'd grab them, pluck them out just like Mr. Miyagi. All right. So all I really want to do here is make a chest. What we're going to do is put a chest down by the portal that has our helmet in it. And at least until we start building multiple portals, that'll mean every time we want to go to the nether, we just stop, grab our gold helmet, and we're good to go. All right? Then I don't have to worry about using the boat chest. That was perfect. A little bit of wood just in case we need it. I can work doors. Trident would be nice. Trident farms are... Oh, definitely a beast. Get off the shore. We're stuck aground. Alright, so for anybody who hasn't seen, we're going to go overtake our new bubble elevator. It's pretty handy, I think. Down to the portal, we'll just set up this box and leave our helmet ready to go. Then we'll go back, feed the cows and the sheep. And then we'll go for adventures. This part is a total pain in the butt because anytime I park closer than that, the bees get in the boat. Down, down, down. Whee! It was a perfect chance for coffee, and I wasted it. We'll get some on the way back up. All right, so here we go. We got a lot more building to do down here, so this stuff will likely move, but we don't have much. We just want to have that where I always know where it'll be, and we can probably use that to switch out the water bucket and that one really didn't give me much time for coffee drinking, did it? Nope. So like if we're going to the nether, we stop by that chest, we throw in the red bed, right, which we're not going to ever need in the nether, and the water bucket, which we're not going to need, which I don't think I have. Oh, it is in here. Perfect. And use those two for extra inventory while we're in the nether. Pretty good plan, huh? If I do say so. All right. Chickens and cows, we'll feed them. I'd love to harvest them as well, but I don't know if they're going to be ready. Chickens, maybe. Um, Now that we've been to the farm and left, I guess we could maybe think about doing some of that kind of stuff for trading and emeralds and XP, but at that point, I think I'd rather be down at the. Uh, okay. I didn't know that was an issue. Just in case. See, these don't have that many cows. So I don't think they're ready for harvesting yet. But this whole no seeds thing is really, that's going to be a problem. But as long as we're not dying, we're winning. There we go. One extra. Alright, chickens. You guys gonna be ready? See how much XP we can get out of you. $15. That's bad news for anybody that was hoping to not get axed. Oh, look at that. We don't even need to. All right. Enough pushing. Okay, so chickens will definitely be ready next time. Cows, maybe. Although they're still pretty light. But sometime today we should bring seeds from the farm over to here. The box of meat and feathers, yeah. Pretty soon, I'd like to get to box of golden carrots so we can just have stacks of it and eat those all the time. But I think for the moment we need the extra emeralds for book trades, right? So that we can lock in the librarians. Maybe we'll get to all that stuff today. All right. So we do all this. We combine helmets. Boom. So now that one just needs aqua affinity, I think. And we'll be good. Back to a good supply of meat. Speaking of boxes of meat. The only other thing I think we need at the moment, and I don't know where the others got to, so we'll just make a fresh set. Is I think we want leather boots. I can't remember if we found any snow to walk on, but I'm gonna put those in the boat, and we're gonna go boating and coaling is first mission, and hopefully this will be the end of all our coal needs. We will have the fortune pick and the silk touch, so we'll just get a bunch of ore, some stone, all that. Nope, I'm so bad at this. We can hang on to those. All right, let's go. See you, Squid. You're in charge. I actually am finishing my iced tea, and I have coffee too. Yeah, both today. It's excellent. Yeah, I had the. So usually, what I do, secret insights to the Habbage life. Usually, I fill up my kettle with water every other day, and that makes the 2 cups that I make that day, and then 2 cups the next day. Unless I'm using hot water for cooking anything else, it's kind of nice. And the second day, it's a quicker heat, right? There's less volume of water to have to boil, so those are my fast mornings. Today was a long, slow morning, waiting for that full kettle to get up to boil. So I started with some iced tea because I was thirsty and wanted to go, and it was delicious. But I think by the end of the stream, I will be caffeinated enough. It'll be good for just water for the rest of the day then. All right, so we've been along all of this coastline, and we're just going to keep shooting out, kind of see the rest of the easily accessible world, find some caves to jump in, but we're going to try to get past that last cave that we went to in the river. The last place we went to, we turned in a ways along this coast into an inlet, kind of wound back, got to a cave. There was a jungle. We chopped down some trees. It was all fun and good, but I want to stick to the open water here. It's big. That's good. Oh yeah, we had this. We've already gone around this or past the swamp. I'm so happy about my full strength fireproof pants. They're asbestos pants. Is that what they still make race car driver suits out of? I mean, I know asbestos, right? We've all seen the mesothelioma commercials from lawyers on TV, but um, that was the deal. That's why asbestos was so used, and why all our schools and everything had to be processed back. Probably a ways back now. I don't think there's a lot, but every once in a while, if there's an old building and they're doing like renovation work, they have to use special tools and breathing apparatus and all that because the insulation behind the walls and all that is all asbestos. And it used to be, well, it's fine, right? If it's just in your walls and is all settled in, you got nothing to worry about. It's the dust, it's the manufacture and the processing of all that stuff, or when you're removing it, the dust that gets stirred up that causes so much problems for people's lungs. And we the reason why it was used so heavily is because asbestos doesn't burn. That's why race car driver suits were made out of it. It's why it was used in construction and houses and all that. Oh. I don't think that's a big enough mountain, unless there's more mountains back here. Now, did we turn in at the jungle? I can't remember if we already tried all this. It's been a minute. Fireproof pants. Yeah, you were there. I jumped in the lava last stream, man. Yes, I have tested the fireproof pants, and now they're even more fireproof. So I think we're all good. Um, those high up jungle trees make me think this is where we already came to. Does that seem right? No, we did not go through any river bushes. A little slow, but quicker than managing all the tools. All right. To the secret river beyond. That's kind of cool looking. A little bit of coal. Now this looks like it may be connecting back to the jungle that we were touching the far end of, kind of back that way. But no secret on my end. I'm looking more for mountainy, high plains, this kind of stuff than I am more jungle. We have jungle closer to home, and it is much more convenient. So we need more tests. I'm sure that we will get more tests. I have every confidence. So I'm kind of Look at that. We can go across the little land bridge. But I don't see that that goes back further, really. And I think I'm more interested in staying close to the boat for a moment. In time. Yeah. In short time, perhaps. Tree. All right, let's camp right here. Grab up a bunch of seeds for my chickens that I will never get back because I'm sure I'll throw them away. Nice little camp spot. We'll throw down a torch that we can just leave as a marker. We've been here. All right. Oh, well rested. New River. Villages would be awesome because honestly, I want to find a church and steal a brewing stand. That's awful of me, isn't it? Why? Also, why are brewing stands a part of the uh, testificate religion? Got a nice little ravine flooded out. All right, this looks like it may swing back over to the open water, so let's just go up the hill just a little bit. Bees. Can't believe I don't even need to grab a bee nest. That's amazing. You know what? It's time for the SB scope, right? I don't think there's really anything to see here, but if we're out on an adventure, right, we need our spyglass telescope. Oh, so this shout out to the YouTube folks. Anybody who has memories, fond or otherwise. I don't know that anybody does. This was so long ago. Um, we had a world called Elcano, and there was a the reason why we named it Elcano, if anybody knows who Elcano is, um, he was a member of Ferdinand Magellan's expedition that ended up being the first one to circumnavigate the globe, right? I think most of us still get taught that in social studies or whatever early in school. Um, and I had been, see, I don't know what the order was because I thought this was one of the earliest worlds, but it may have come after Slow Cooker. We were looking for information on architecture styles of like the kind of age of discovery forts, right? Because I've always talked about how the idea that Minecraft feels a lot like you're one of those explorers that like with Da Gama, right? Da Gama was the guy that for Portugal went around Africa and reached the Spice Islands going east. So around kind of contemporary with Columbus, I think. Um, he he went the eastern way and kind of set up that Portugal had the the Atlantic and Indian Ocean route to the Spice Islands. They kind of cut into Marco Polo's overland, right? Marco Polo was like, "Hey, we got all these spices coming from the east. Let's set up caravans." He would go overland. Well, that's long and tiring and expensive. Ships, even though they were rough and none too safe or comfortable at that time, were faster, far, far faster if you made the trip successfully. So as soon as Da Gama had confirmed the route, Portugal threw up a bunch of forts. Like basically every coastal area that they could, they would go and make a fort and leave people to protect the harbors and the fresh water sources and everything. So, as is talked about in what I'm about to tell you, if any of particularly the Spanish at that time, but the English or the French or the Dutch, if any of those countries then tried to sail to the Spice Islands themselves, and they were like, "Oh, we're running out of water. We need to go to land and get food and all that." the Portuguese would be there with cannons at the mouths of the river or the bay or whatever, and they'd chase them off. So basically, you can't make the trip without being Portuguese or having permission. So, long story short, I I always thought, hey, Minecraft, as it starts off, it feels a lot like put Robinson Crusoe over the Indian Ocean or somebody like that. Some of these people that are left, where their mission goes out, they get put off with a couple supplies and on a distant coast, and it's like, we'll be back, but it's going to take us like a year, and there's probably another ship coming, so watch for them and make a fort. Try to keep yourselves safe, and we'll see you. We'll see you when we see you. And then you're left, right? Minecraft style. Okay, now you go explore around and kind of there's nobody coming. You're on your own. So I've always thought, setting wise, that's a cool era and things to think about with Minecraft when you're playing the game. And that's just me. There's nothing that I know of from Mojang or anything else that says that or any other time is. Oh, that's why we have Featherfall. I thought we were going a long way down. This is interesting. We could probably get some good coal. Oh crap. We came in this way, right? And we came around there. So anyway, that was what I thought. Well, when we were looking for architectural forts of that era to kind of model for a base style, I stumbled across stuff for Ferdinand Magellan, right? And I didn't know that even right now, in fact, it's September 21st of this year will be the 500th anniversary of the few people, 190 some, left on 5 ships, and I don't know the exact number. It's somewhere between 11 and 16, I think. Sailors returned on a single falling apart ship, absolutely starved to death, and that they're the last ones hanging on, and they did it. They became the first circumnavigators, and that 500th anniversary will be marked this September 21st. But when I was discovering this, like this spring, I don't know, sometime, it was the 500th. It just so happened it was like 4 days off the 500th anniversary of Ferdinand Magellan's being killed in a battle in the Indies. So the East Indies, right? So that was kind of cool. It was just total chance that I happened to go look this stuff up and was like, guys, did you know? So we named our world Elcano for the otherwise unknown guy that actually became the commander and took over and finished the journey, because Magellan, whose idea it was and was the instigator for it, he didn't make it. He died before he got back. I don't know. Do I want to go down here or do we want to keep boating? Let's keep boating. We can always grab coal on the way back, right? Coal, coal, coal. We're going to grab so much coal today. But I'd love to get coal out of a mountain. That would be ideal. Big mountain range. So yeah, mark your calendars, right? We got like a month left, and if you think, all right, so these guys, and there was actually 2 groups of survivors because there were 2 ships, and one they'd already left the Indies. They've got clothes and all that, which, by the way, on that journey totally rotted out. They got like no money out of it, but they proved this route and have rightfully become famous, and the Straits of Magellan named for him, the Magellanic Cloud, group of stars in the southern hemisphere. Rightfully, Magellan and his others should be honored, but I named a world after Elcano, being the guy, and it was one of those good start worlds where everything was looking great, and then I think it was a Creeper Enderman combo that got me in that one. Just when I was starting to feel like, all right, we're getting going. So it can happen. That's why every day the priority is don't die. Um, I think we've got some of this closer, but while we're here, we'll sleep. But then I'm gonna grab some Podzol, so we can take that home. We were talking about Elcano, man. I didn't know anything about Elcano until last year, and so anyway, yesterday I'm chilling. Didn't really know what I was gonna watch last evening, but I don't. Honestly, I don't know if it was Netflix or Prime that I was watching last night. Oh no. I hope I don't have Silk Touch on the shovel yet. Will this work? Yes. All right. Good. Um, so I'm watching, and there's a Spanish language, well dubbed production. It was a series, but the episodes were only like 30 some minutes, so it was maybe the length of like a full feature movie by the time it got done. But it was about Magellan. It's called, I think the translated title was Boundless, like Sin Limitos or something like that in the credits. But it was really cool. Here we are watching, and the series like actually totally made Elcano like the second most important guy. There's the other captains of the other ships and background. Much like Columbus, Magellan was Portuguese, and what's crazy is Portugal is totally dominant at the time of Columbus and at the time of Magellan. They like nowadays we don't think of it as much, but they're the dominant sea power. Spain hasn't yet emerged. There's so far, and maybe it's starting to go now, but or at the time of Magellan, but certainly Columbus, right? Nobody's even gone west. They don't know anything about the gold and the South American, Peruvian gold mines and all that kind of stuff. So they've got a long way to go. But Da Gama already has Portugal trading spice, so they're already running all the way around the world, or basically all the way around the Indian Ocean and around Africa, and doing really well. They're the ones that have the best maps. Prince Henry the Navigator is the one that's like, I'm gonna, this new scientific method, I'm gonna apply that to navigation, and he makes basically a college, an academy, his naval academy, where every captain has to keep a logbook, and they have to come back and they have to draw maps, and he sends out map drawers, cartographers, with each of the ships, and their whole idea is like, keep going back, plot all the ports, get this whole route around Africa to the Indies locked down, and that's where they're building all these forts. They're putting a ton of money into all this. So each time we look back in history and are like, dude, you guys are stupid. Why didn't you just throw some extra money? Oh, there's a ship at Columbus. It should have been worth the chance. Well, the deal was, it wasn't worth the chance for Portugal because they've got a ton of investment in this go around Africa. And that's where each time Spain is kind of like, hey, we'll We're interested. What did you say? You got a different route, cheap one? Let's see it, right? Because they're kind of cut off. Portugal um, is boxing out everybody else. Sadly, no real treasure here, and I don't. We're not even gonna waste inventory. We've got all that stuff. Uh-oh. Speaking of the Straits of Magellan, though, this is significant because this is the way we came from. This looks like other ocean or the back of a continent, and this is the way to get back home again, right? So we need to make significant. I hope this is the way back home again. Otherwise, we're already in trouble. Eh. We don't even have any dirt. We do have dirt. We don't have any stone. All right. I hope that's right. Pretty sure it is, right? We came up here. We saw the boat outlined as we came up on this island. We went up to it, right? Right. Boat. Boat. Oh, did it fill in now? So now that was the shape of the boat, right? It's got to be. All right, let's take this little shortcut. Keep going around the coast. Also, do we have any berries? We should maybe keep our eye out because I don't think we have. We have glow berries, I know, but I don't think we have any sweet gem berries. So if we see some, grab them. No, it is pretty good. Okay, I've seen it. Obviously, they're promoting it quite a bit. Um, kind of tough for me to rate 119. Although, the stuff I have seen, I love. The goat horns and um, what we've done down in the deep dark has been pretty cool. We're still kind of lacking it, right? We haven't seen any in this particular world yet, despite having spent a lot of time down deep. We haven't found the openings, and so I haven't done anything with allays yet. But you got to remember, this is an 18-19 wombo combo, right? They wanted to have a lot of this all put together, and they ended up splitting it. So you've got the frogs and the swamps and all that kind of stuff, which I love. But I'm still in awe at the landscapes and everything that 18 dropped, and how those have been refined still more through 19. Um, but I love it. Again, not having seen everything, 8.5, 9. I'm pretty loose on my grading. As long as it doesn't break the game or make it worse. So far it's been pretty steady. They've done, but again, 118, 119 were kind of a combination. They uh they wanted to do cliffs and caves as 118, and they did all the landscapey stuff in 18, right? That was where we got copper. Well, the updates to copper and a lot of that cool stuff. But and the massive caves and the new terrain generation changes, which were so good. But they didn't have time to get the deep dark and the warden and all that kind of stuff set up. So that part became the second half, and that I think compressed the time between 18 and 19 quite a bit. So my guess, if I had one, I don't know, have they released any kind of update video or anything for 20? I may be a little out of the loop. I try to watch for that kind of stuff, but either I'm forgetting or just haven't seen it. Well, this stunk. No villages, no mountains. And a long river. We got to go back now. But my guess, not knowing anything, would be next summer, kind of a full year after 19. That's my guess. They used to, I think the preference would be to have some coming around the holidays, right? They like to have some kind of an update around Christmas time. And they might do a 119.5, but I'm not too aware of any of that. And I personally, I'd rather they take time and go and make people wait again between updates rather than just starting to bundle crap so that we get an update each year, but it's just fluff, it's filler stuff. And I'm not saying they've done that. I think the stuff has been really good. That's what but I don't know. I don't know what their push is or what their timeline is. And if if not, then the next logical time would be at the holidays. But I don't think they have anything on tap yet, do they? Or haven't announced that anything is imminent. And if they don't by end of September, then I don't think they really have a cycle. So I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, because usually I get the release when it's released. 90%, if not more, of people get the release as soon as it's pre-released. So they're out playing it because they want to be edgy and cutting edge, and so they're playing it with all the bugs and getting frustrated, ruining all the surprise. I'd at least like to have it as stable as possible when it does come out. But I'm not aware of a 120 being pre-released yet. So could be a bit. And I'm very curious to see what their direction is for next update stuff. It's like I haven't even figured out the wireless redstone. Is that already a thing? Is that still coming? Every time I come back to that, I'm like, I guess I don't know. The goat horn is pretty awesome. We haven't even seen a goat yet. Although, here's the thing. I was watching Hydrogly, and she got a pillager outpost tower in her world. And there were two hugely significant things that she got out of raiding it. In the chest at the top of the tower, she found a goat horn, so she didn't need to get a goat. She just had the horn. And in one of the little outbuildings under the thing, there were allays that were being held captured. So she freed them and had pet allays. That was pretty cool, and I haven't even used them yet. But I thought you had to. We went down we've been down to the deep dark. We have not found the whatever deep dark city stuff yet. So as far as surviving a warden, right? We got the scary little like you're in danger noises, but I didn't find any of the city stuff with think that's just a cave. Cows. Have you seen any portals or ships or anything? Kind of cool. Every remind me of these every time that I complain about how there's too much stuff in Worlds, right? This has been really good in the fact that we did spawn right next to a village or close enough that we found it very early on. And we found the one other village, but that's been it. And we've seen a good number of portals, but relative to the amount of exploring, there haven't been a ton of them. So it really does go to show that sometimes you'll get a map that has a lot of stuff. Other times you get a map where you really have to travel. And I shudder to think how much traveling we're going to have to do to go find the Nether Fortress, right? We haven't even seen a sniff of it yet, but we've seen all those bastions. So if we've got one where, whatever the algorithm is, we end up with tons of bastions, minimal fortresses, that could be a lot of hunting. We got a lot of open ocean here. Is this an island or is this no, it's more coast. Give me a mountain, give me a village, give me a something. Wireless redstone is here. That's good. I don't know anything about it yet, but that means that I don't know of anything that they're still committed to having coming in the next release. And I don't know what biome they're looking to update next because swamp got added in here. It had been one that lost an update vote and they did mountains instead, right? And that was the cliffs, part of cliffs and caves. Well, then they came back and did swamp. Um, in this 119. So is there another biome they're working on? Forest, maybe? I could see forest being due. And that one would probably be a little controversial for a lot of people because forest and plains are the two kind of most traditional, right? Plains got update with lots more flowers and the bees and everything. Um, but forest did not as much. That they made flower forest, right? So it can be its own thing. That's kind of cool that obviously this is dropping down, but it makes it look much more like bushes, right? Like a thicket, not not like forest. I kind of like that. I don't know. It could be down with some modification to forest. But if they did, if it was me, I think I would be tempted to make little, how like in the mountains and the spruce forest they have glades and little pocket biomes. I think that's what I'd look to do in. So you have a forest. Forest is still one of the big biomes and can go on and on and on and on. And if within that you had like a secret glade or a secret grove or something like that, or a um, little like sunken pond areas that were just all overgrown with bushes and things like that. I mean, they've already got berries, so um, you know, I could see like having a blueberry patch or something like that, or with thorns. So there's a little bit of damage, kind of like the sweet gem berries. Um, oh, do we use this stony shore? Because this would probably take care of us. Clean this all out. Let's go see if we can find its edge, and then try to get back home again. See, this is the problem, though. We could, if we had a regular boat, we could just ditch it and go straight line overland to the coordinates and call it good. More ocean or something wet. Everything wet is an ocean, right? Oh, crap. Pig, take that. Oh, you survived. Good. It was nice that got nice and laggy right as I was. All, all I could think was just hold the shield. Hold the shield. Yeah, I don't know that frogs have been the most universally loved, but we need to do all that. Wow, how did it already get to be night? Um, I mean, we just got the warden as a boss, right? Oh, oh. Okay, I do have some stone now. Should show up pretty well, right? And we need. I don't even have my notepad. Boat. 2818 and negative 2681. Yeah, no, I think they've done a good job of balancing that. They've definitely kept growing that kind of late game content without making it a hard requirement, right? Or anything too forceful or intrusive on the game, right? Like the Wither, awesome fights. It's fun to fight the Wither, but it won't come around unless you summon it, right? I think that's awesome. dragon, I think most everybody wants to go get their wings and fight a dragon, but you never have to go find the stronghold if you don't want to. So I like that the bosses don't intrude themselves upon what other people like as Minecraft just being the sandbox. Play it at the level they want. Because remember, it's designed to be available for all different play styles and ages. It is truly a sandbox, so I like that. I'm down with having more bosses, but I really like the way that you have to kind of summon them or bring them in, go through some content, play your way into being able to even get to a boss fight kind of stuff. And I think that's good for games in general. Make part of the boss fight that you have to get set up. For me, there's nothing more off-putting than, all right, you got to just queue up and join a queue of people waiting to have a crack at a boss, and there's nothing else to it, and so therefore nothing to filter out the d bags and the just attention to ruin it for everybody else type people. All right, let's do a little bit of this. That's why we're here. Well, yeah, but again, the wither isn't gonna come and wreck the 6 year old's very first taste of Minecraft either. They have to put themselves in a position where the wither's gonna come. That's what I'm talking about. I would be much happier or happy to have any number of extra new bosses coming along, as long as um, those kinds of considerations are right. Because we were all, well, I Minecraft wasn't around when I was a 6 year old, but I know how much fun my niece and nephew had when they were that age, and couldn't have pl- done any more in Survivor than anything else. Not for long, right? I mean, very quickly they figured it all out. But there's a deal. Well, little Timmy, you need better punctuation then. I'm kidding. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just also I always want balance. I want fresh content. I want lots of changes, but I want it to be balanced. I don't want Minecraft doesn't need to be Overwatch, right? It doesn't need to have everything be uh, scheduled or ongoing fights. So, and there is some of that, right? We always have to be on the watch for the creepers or thunderstorms where skelly horse things can spawn. Came all the way up here, and it's just meadow. Give me Meadow Village. Meadow Village, have a brewing stand. these. We don't want those. I don't really care about that. I don't know why I have that. Don't need those. Don't need those. Look how hungry I am. That's what you get for climbing up into a meadow. Yeah, I'm not carrying back the hay. It is a lot of hay, though. And so many apples. Awesome. A little market. Look at all these villagers. Holy smokes, guys. Just need a cleric. Yeah, we still won't be able to brew until we find our fortress, but if we get a brewing stand, I think we can make a cleric, and I think cleric will buy zombie flesh, and we're getting so much zombie flesh that I would like to be able to turn those into emeralds. It's not it's like paper, right? It's a terrible return on the trade, but um, we're already sitting on a full double chest and then some, so. Alright. Kinda lame village. The hay would be fantastic. The flowers here are fantastic. And we may have to come back here to get the advancement for whatever the disc is we need to play, right? Is it any? I think it's a specific disc, too, that we have to play up in the mountains or in the meadows. Let's grab this. So if we want to come back. Oh no. What? I don't know what I did. Back to game. Escape. Give me back my coordinates. Meadow Village. 33.95 and negative 24.42. Got it. Now, if we ever want to come back, we're good. Certainly, if we have wings and shulkers, then just coming here and grabbing flowers would be a great way to do things. All right, so we just want to keep going around the edge. Look for distant mountains. We'll spyglass a little bit. Telescope. Looking for mountains up there. Ooh, maybe. Looks like a significant hole. We need hay. That was something. This? What was something? I mean, everything's something. I don't see much. What those are not are mountains. Ooh. Good down here. What? That is awesome. He caught on fire from the creeper before the creeper died. Love it. All right, what do we got? Nothing. Worthless cave. Not not worthless maybe, but pretty close. What the heck? We're here. Alright, now did I... What was my path? And is this where we started? Are we back around? I think so, right? We crossed the little river, came up here. Our boat's back here. Right? uh, so hope so. Yeah, I have no idea what that was. I was trying to right click my notepad where I have all my coordinates written down, and I didn't really look at it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Love that feather fall boots. All right, moment of truth. Sheep, do you recognize me? 'Cause we could. I don't know. Where do you put Bane of Arthropods in there, Troy? It's an addition at some point. Awesome. All right, now we get a little bit cruise grindy. And we're just going to totally devastate this environment here. The good news is, sir, who is always looking out for the rights of copper, I think we'll grab all of it too. Because we got the boat here. So Grayman, that was good. That's Ryan Reynolds and somebody, right? Like hitman-y stuff or spy stuff or something. That was the impression I got. Well, fortunately or not, I can see why Telescope and Goathorn are still superior to Bane of Arthropods. I'm kind of bummed we still haven't found mountains. As he said, that's well that or pillager outpost to get. But I'm guessing that's just like a luck of what's in the chest, so I wouldn't count on that for goat horns. Um, but it's good to know you could find one there. Okay, yeah. As I said, I'm awful about celebrity actor names and all that. Boom. Boop, 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 boop. We would have been so excited for that iron at the beginning of the game. We actually got some iron. Let's go make a pickaxe. Absolutely. Oh yeah, we've got a woodland explorer map, and that's actually something we are close to. Um, our gear is pretty set for that. I would honestly prefer to have a enchanted golden apple just in case things got bad. Because anytime you start dealing with evokers, it can get dicey. But you can get totems there, and we want totems. So yeah, we may do that. That's actually kind of a good idea. At least go poke our nose into one. Um, it was in a woodland mansion that I discovered that zombies, can pick up totems and actually use them. I had no idea. It makes sense, right? But I was in a woodland mansion and took down an evoker down at the far end of a hallway, and I hadn't made it back around yet to grab the loot, and a zombie came out. And so I shot him, and I watched the totem pop from the distance, and there he is. He's just cruising along, being all happy. So that was something I totally wasn't aware of in the game. Is that the mobs can use totems? Yeah, yeah. That's one of two places that you can either get them in the raid or you can get them in the woodland mansion. So yeah, it's a risk, but um, the only real thing there is that you are confined within the structure of the mansion itself, not the deal. But that's a good reminder. Thank you for reminding me that we do have that access to get that map. And on our next adventure, depending on how long this one takes us, that would be a good thing to go after in terms of picking a direction, right? Because it may be overland and all the rest. Hi. Are we going to come around this way? Ooh, look at all the stuff you gave me. A wealthy zombie. Got that cave that we kind of went over the top of. I saw it, but I think let's just pop down here to the end first on the top, and then we'll try to go back through there on the way to the boat. Now, for all you VOD watchers hanging out, if you're kind of newer to the game or just figuring things out, if you've got a stony shore, particularly if it's early game and you're just grinding to try to get stuff, you can get this stuff down, and you'll have more coal and iron and all that kind of stuff buried, and the pockets will actually be a little bigger under the surface. So that's a pretty good source if you want to do some strip mining or branch mining in these areas. Help you out quite a bit. But we're a little past that. Like I said, with this, once we start hitting fortune, we're gonna have a bunch of coal already, and I wouldn't mind dropping some of that extra stuff to get more stacks of ore and coal and all that. And then hopefully we can go for like a week maybe without having to do more of this. And maybe by then we set up some kind of like a bamboo or sugarcane farm. Just so we don't always have to manually go grab fuel. Alright, this was our little cave system, and very appropriate since it's raining. I've been playing since launch, since pre-alpha. I never made that claim. A lot of people do, but not me. I'm okay with it. I watched YouTube videos from back then, but I was mercifully a little bit after all that. Okay. Is this just out to the ocean? Yeah. Oh, don't be like that. Don't see anything down there. This edge. I guess we already did that. Oh, my diamond shoes are very clip-cloppy, aren't they? I think they'd be a little more like chimey, kind of like the amethyst stuff. I don't know. Never, can't claim I've ever had diamonds on the soles of my shoes. Paul Simon, he would know. I see our boat. We're almost done. It's possible to get enough dogs to be able to do a woodland mansion without you. Uh, Dogs will not. I think dogs will just automatically attack skeletons, but they won't attack other mobs without you, without the mobs going hostile to you or triggering. So I don't know. The big problem with dogs is that they don't do well with creepers. So say you had like 200 dogs, and I don't know what the limit is, if any. I would think it would be like mob cap more than anything else. So never saw those. Let's say let's say hypothetically we got 200 dogs and we head into the mansion, and that's all good. They're all grinding us to a halt with lag as they run around barking, and we just are. I'm assuming you're saying we just kind of walk through the mansion and they do all the fighting for us. So we do that. I think you would lose a bunch of dogs all the time to creepers, right? First assault. There's pillagers or somebody coming at us, whatever they are, brutes, and the dogs are reacting and coming up, but then a creeper walks up and sizzles and pops. Well, there goes like 40, 50 dogs, right? Because they're all right there, and the creeper just walks up too. We survive, but there's dog bits flying everywhere, and it's horrific and awful. So that would be the problem, I think, is that they wouldn't, they don't know how to go deal with creepers. So cats, maybe we bring along cats too. But then it's, wherever the one is, the others shift away from it. It would be chaotic and fun. I'd love to see a video of somebody trying to roll in to do it. You could probably set it up so that you're not going to die to, especially if we were doing one, we already had a totem. I think we're going to stay out in the open water, right? Right? Yeah, so cats would help. Maybe some like combo of cats, allays, and or not allays, axolotls and dogs would be the best. Remind me if we do one, right? I want to do one. If we do one, we're doing one ourselves, and we're getting all the all the totems we can without messing around. But if we've done that and go find another one, remind me. That would be a long way out. But I'll ask you to remind me if we get to that point. And yeah, it would be cool to breed up a bunch of animals and see how it goes. I think that'd be a fun run. I'm sure somebody has tried. If it's possible, somebody's tried doing it. Probably with not very efficient but hilarious results would be my guess. Oh, now I get that diamonds on the soles of your shoes song stuck in my head. They still fight though, and they're amphibious, so they can flop around or whatever, right? I don't know. I'm no expert at conjuring familiars and having them fight alongside us. But I think they can fight outside the water or throw down a bucket. They ride around in a bucket of water, right? Just dump the whole bucket of water and unleash the fury that is the axolotls. All right, well, we're headed west. That's good. We want to be going southwest generally, I think. Yeah. So we aren't wrong. I don't know. I honestly I don't know if we came up through that river or if we came along this coast. Eventually we should get back to spruce trees though and aim for our little marker dirt beacon thing. I think so. They don't die. I don't know how effectively they fight, but I don't know. In the words of Gandalf, I have no memory of this place. There's another ship. Okay. Do 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 do. Hey, look at this. We even have space for some of the stuff, and I love that we have respiration and can just figure all this out. Da di da. Dirt? Now, if I was a second chest, I think I would have been there, right? This is the top. So that was the main cabin. Oh, it is. I think that's it, right? Or is that the one we just did? No. Is this it?